Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sound Check and your 2-minute warning. I hope everybody had a great few days, a wonderful weekend. I'm sorry that I missed you guys, but it's so great to see. 2-minute warning. I hope everybody
really did.
had
I think
a
it was kind
great
of fun
few
being in two
days,
places
a wonderful
at once.
weekend. I'm sorry that I
but
missed you guys.
I'm happier to
But
be
it's
live.
so great to see. And now I'm
warning.
echoing. I hope
Really
everybody
did.
had
I
a
think it was kind
great
of fun
few
being in two
days, a
places at
wonderful
once.
weekend. I'm sorry that I
but
missed you guys.
I'm happier to
But
be
it's
live.
All right, guys. Here we go in just a minute. See you soon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whatever you're watching. Thank you for checking out the 6-Minute Daily. That's right, guys, I'm back live and only boomered a little bit there right at the beginning when I was echoing back to myself. But it's great to see each and every one of you in the chat. I love being here live. We've got 17 of you. I want to say hi to a few of you. Those of you who showed up early, I really appreciate Keith, Howard, Stephanie, Janisek. We have Snortpoopus, Cureblur, Cat Sith, Tox Fox. We have, of course, Zach7. We've got just another red shirt. Hail, Mr. Shirt. We've got Judicon in the house, Noble Arrow. We've got our friends, Story Man Jack, Parrot Head, my goodness, I can't speak this morning, Jedi Knight, Lego Darth Barbie fan, that's kind of a fun name, and of course, I'm going to say it, Lord Runner. Hail to Roger H. and his thumbs up, and Josiah Fitch. Looks like we've got sound, looks like we've got stuff to talk about, got 6 stories to talk about, and of course, you got some stuff coming at you from Midnight's Edge and some other places, including maybe a pre-record from Lorena. Let's get started. Okay, guys, we have our first story, which is something that I'm a little bit torn about because I really did appreciate this series when it first started. And for whatever reason, I can't get it to launch, but there it is. There, that's not it. Oh no. See? It wouldn't be a moment without me boomering it. There we go. Guess we're going to have an extra long 6-minute daily. The Blacklist star Megan Boone is leaving the NBC series after 8 seasons. And this is a real shame because I really enjoyed James Spader playing off of Megan Boone kind of as sometimes allies and sometimes adversaries, and they've set it up over time to create more of an adversarial relationship between these two people who you really thought at one point in time were related by blood. They were father and daughter, et cetera, et cetera. And, obviously the character played by James Spader, isn't who he appears to be, but he never has been. So recently, they've left her out of several episodes in order to lead into her finally leaving the show. They'll leave 3 or 4 cast members of the original left to play these roles, and again, I'm very taken aback by this because I loved this show up until recently, where it got a little disjointed, and they did kill off some of my favorite characters. But anyway, so this is what's happening. They still are renewed for season 9, so we'll have to see what they do with that. They'll probably wrap it up there. I can't see this going 10 seasons when they've been dropping characters left and right. But moving on from that, of course, we have Marvel Studios and Hyundai teaming up on a new ad campaign for the 2022 Tucson. So the Loki ad that's already out there on YouTube and other places, they're touting the 2 million views. And that's fine, but this is one of those moves that Disney pulls when they need money or they're in trouble. You won't see a lot of this type of crossover stuff unless they're looking for additional revenue. Now, that was their traditional way of doing things. In fact, it's one of the ways that when Walt had no money for the parks, when Disneyland specifically, he would have the attraction sponsored by corporations, so they would essentially pay the bulk of the expense of developing the attraction and maintaining it for a licensed period of years. Now, I always feel like anytime you see an advertisement tacked into a film, they were looking for another stream of revenue, whether to pay for an overrun in the production of said film, or they were looking to capitalize that way through opportunities. Because we've seen promotion in films for a long time, from Ghostbusters on, and of course many other things. And one of the problems with being able to edit our digital media now is that they'll be able to, on the fly, and we've talked about this, add digital ads in the future. But again, I deviated from what this is actually an ad about, which is Marvel Studios, Loki, and Hyundai. And again, I feel like this is going to be a strange thing. If we start to see more and more of this, it'll give us more insight into how Disney's actually doing. And it's not doing well, but we'll get on to that another day. GB News, Great Britain News, opening night sparks 373 Ofcom complaints, of course, after Dan Wooten's anti-lockdown monologue. 373 people did not enjoy the conversation that centered around this guy's monologue. And that's, they take that seriously if you offend 373 people. Now, maybe in a country like, Great Britain or the UK in general, maybe in those islands, maybe 373 people is a significant portion of their population. I don't know. I really don't know. We don't really. I don't really understand any of this. Why anybody would care? But they did. And again, I mean, he was just saying that these types of things where lockdowns are concerned should be completely banned from a healthcare protocol. A lot of people would agree with that. But hey, this is of course operated by Discovery Networks, so now it doesn't look so good for them, which is weird on the backs of this merger with Warner. Anyway, there's a lot of strange here, but I don't know. I mean, is the UK really that sensitive about this stuff? Maybe. Doug Lyman opines that Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin rocket isn't going very high. Well, it's not. It's not going to the moon, and it's not going beyond that. Of course, he's the person that's involved in shooting the space movie with Tom Cruise. It'll be shot in space, in conjunction with NASA, obviously, and competing rocket man, Elon Musk. I don't know that he is saying anything that's wrong. I mean, the rocket's barely leaving the atmosphere. But again, rich people, space tourism, that's a thing now. Or it will be. AMC is nearing a deal to get a hold of the Pacific Theaters Grove and Americana leases, which would include obviously the ArcLight theaters, I believe, which might be a good thing. We could save that theater chain and those theaters as they exist now. And this is all because of retail investors taking AMC and bailing them out and pushing out Wanda Group, which was the majority stakeholder. Kind of fun. Beyond that, the last thing we want to cover today is the American Gigolo reboot starring John Barenthal. So they've ordered that to series for Showtime. And here's another thing nobody needed. You guys excited about this? I'm not, but hey, I'm barely excited about anything anymore because we don't get good productions or films or anything else. Anyway, this was kind of a really strange 6-minute daily, but I really appreciate you guys' patience for hanging out. Glad to be live again. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.